Yeah, I figured I'll let you guys in a little tech tip. Some people might think I actually do enjoy wiring. That is a lie. I do not. And I'm mad that that rumor came out. But anywho, let's get this thing going. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Behind me, 68 Ghia. Yes, I know I said we had delivery of it, but it did not, because if you watch this channel long enough, developments have happened. Yes. Engine blew. Well, I can speculate what happened. It was a 0 mileage engine. I rebuilt it. It was going in my car. But it apparently has no oil pressure now. It'll fire up, run fine, then it just blows off. So pretty sure a main bearing is spun. Great. So, like always, I say I stand by everything with a parts and warranty, parts and labor warranty, which I do, to a certain extent on some aspects. But anywho's, what we're doing in this episode is, yes, that is another 0 mileage engine. That's a 1600 dual port. I was running a single port, a little more power, and we're going to be changing some stuff up from what this engine is to what that engine is, for other reasons, I guess I'm going to say. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is start, getting this thing out. I'll probably have another video on tearing this engine down itself, just to show the destruction. But it still fires up and runs great, except when it gets hot, boop, 0 oil pressure. So that's not good. So we're going to be yanking this out, swapping a bunch of parts over, and putting a new power plant in. And hopefully it lasts, hopefully it lasts longer. That is the plan. But already got it racked up. Let me get it in the air and yeah, start taking some stuff off. Because we got to remove this dual carb setup to get it out of the out. This does suck. Stretching. Car's up a little more. I did do a bit of work on it when it first got here, so belts off, pulleys off. I was isolating because it has a noise now. I was trying to isolate the problem, hoping it wasn't, what, well, it currently is. But guess what we're doing is getting this thing out. So first thing I'm going to do is, I don't know, let's just get the spark plug wires out of the way. Because yes, like I said, everything on this engine, this is a single port 16. It's going to a dual port 16, so yeah. Pretty much we're stripping down the whole top end, transferring everything. Pretty much everything we did, I think in one of the videos to make this engine go. Yeah, well, we got to do it again. Deja vu is real and not the best. Just get all this stuff out of the way. And it was easier to last time too, because I didn't have the engine cover on. No, I'm not going to pull it this time. We're going to try to make this as fast as possible. What did I do? Oh, of course, I zip-tied it. Because I got to pull these carbs. Boop. Where am I going to put the spider? Just go up there. Because I can't even reuse you because we're using different plugs or style plugs. Linkage. Just pull that off. I guess. Yeah. 10 mil. That one and another one. Ah, crap, I knew that was going to spin. It's back in 9. 8. Well, yes, I did get a new toolbox, and I still don't know where anything is. Get out of there. It had the old box set up probably for, I don't know, at least a decade, if not more. And it served me well. But that box came on the old Facebook InstaWeb Marketplace thingy, or whatever you want to call it. And it was dirt cheap. So, of course, you know, I do the right thing and spend money. Put this guy in a place I'm going to lose it. Boop. Because we're not going to need that. Spread the arms and we'll just pop this out. Get out. Come on. Under that. Let go of that. Under that. What kind of Tetris? Well, I mean, I could also undo the generator. But where's the fun in that? All right, linkage. Get this thing out of the way. Now we'll undo the generator because, you know, I already struggled. Alternator, what have you. The thing right here. And I wired that good. Let's see, oil pressure. What else in my rambles am I going to do while I'm just toiling away? This car is going to get an oil pressure actual gauge instead of just the idiot light. Get out of there. Come on. Come on, coil. Oh. Here, we'll just slide you out. And come off. There we go. And pull that. There we go. This can just live with the engine. These will come out with it. This wiring harness can get out of the way. That's fine. Throttle cable I don't care about. All right, let me start getting these carbs off. And yeah. Pull the engine for the most part. The only thing really left to do is get those two twin carbs off and unbolt it, and it'll pop out. I'll take off the front exhaust too. I like doing that just out of habit. Helps in clearance, really, because I am close to this bumper. Really, I got to adjust the bumper up some. But all right, let me get these carbs off. Pull them from there. All right, guys. Next thing I'm doing is blowing off this exhaust. I already took everything off up top. You can't really see what's going on anyway. It's under the car, like normal. But yeah. Sorry if there's wind noise. I got a fan blowing on me. All right, hopefully this thing just slides out. I can't remember how much of a pain it was to get on. There we go. All right, exhaust off. Nice. All right, next, in the way. Let's see. What else? See, that's good, that's clear, that's disconnected. We're good up there. 217s, you can't see what I'm talking about. Got 217s under the thing. It will scoot the stand under and get this thing out. All right, 1. Two. And yeah, we should be good to pull this thing. Boop. Oh yeah, this is going fantastic already. In this economy. All right, got my table. Hopefully we can just get this thing out. Where my whatevers? What are you telling me? What do you want to do? You want to go up or you want to go down? No, you're about right. Go up just a little bit. What are you stuck on? Why are you a weeble wobble? Oh, because I have a nub broken, that's right. That was the issue. All right. Generator, alternator, what have you. Get out of the way. Come on, don't rip the seal. Be nice. One engine. Boop. Out for the second time. I want to pull the clutch and see what the disc and everything looks like. Oh, that's all of them. Pressure plate looks good. Ugh. That is very hot looking on the flywheel. All right, got my calipers. We are 7/8. That can't be right. 7/8. Seven, 8, 7, 7. I don't know if that'll focus. New clutches are, if you ever mic them new, they're usually anywhere from like 840 to 870. So somehow you ate a mil off of this thing already. That's good. That's reassuring. So, junk clutch, got to get one on order. Great. Anywho, yeah, and this flywheel, you can see this flywheel got hot. And grooved pretty bad. I got to go back through my, what is all over my forehead? Wow. I look good. Anywho, take me seriously, internet, please. That's better. Anywho, I'm gonna, how did that even get up there? How long has it been up there? Why don't you guys tell me things? Anywho's, flywheel was, I gotta go back through my video, but I know this flywheel was freshened up. Yeah, it was rusty because it's been sitting around, but as far as the grab surface, it was good. But yeah, that's hot spotted and checked. So, a little aggressive on the clutching. Okay, that's good. speculate amongst yourselves now on the engine. But, all right, let's drag the other new engine over here and, yeah, swap all the components to put that one into here now. I guess I could let the car down. I'll be back. All right, guys. New engine, 1600 dual port, all the way through, 26 millimeter pump, yada, yada, yada. This thing should hopefully be bulletproof. Thing I'm doing different with this one compared to my engine is I did a light break-in on my engine and let the owner take it. It's not typical. I think I said in my videos, not typically what I do. And well, here we are. Anywho's, I'm gonna fully break in this engine. Other than, you know, the pre-break-in and then a couple miles on it, I'm gonna put some miles on it, dog it like I normally do, and run the hell out of it. So if it does blow up, it's gonna blow up on me, which is, you know, not ideal, but at least I did it this time. I already had a video swapping the old engine parts to this, so I don't know how much I'm gonna cover on it. It is going to leave the shop this go as a dual port single carburetor, just for break-in purposes. When the car comes back, it'll get its dual carbs back on. I'm trying, it's also getting a rev limiting distributor rotor button, which I've never used. But we are trying to minimize anything that possibly can goof on this engine. So I'm gonna swap it. Also, it's getting an oil pressure gauge, an actual gauge. So let me strip and redress everything. I got tins drying because I forgot to refurbish them, so they're done now. I know, I ordered a dual port. I completely forgot it didn't have tins. Well, cleaned up and ready to go. So let me swap everything over. Yes, it's still getting the doghouse oil cooler. This is just set up for a bench run, just to make sure everything's put together correctly. So everything from this engine is going on this engine. And yeah, with the exception of the distributor, because it's running, it's going back to points because of the distributor button that I'm putting onto it. I don't know how it's going to affect it cutting spark. I don't want to nuke it electronics, and that's, I guess, what I'm getting at. So let me do a swap-de-do on all this stuff, and yeah, get back to you for installation. And if you want to know how to like swap things around, one of these Ghia videos, I'm pretty sure I have the engine build out of it. So stay tuned for whatever's coming next. But should be good. Got to get the clutch on order still. I can't believe you lost a mil already. Take two, because I forgot to turn my mic on. Anywho, we're just doing a little update, if you will. Been slowly chipping away, getting this engine all dressed. Exhaust is on, oil cooler's on. I got the fan shroud and the gen stand and gen still go on. Alternator, same difference. That has to go on. It's one assembly. I just got to slap that on. Oil pressure sender, both what's going to run the gauge and the factory is on here. It's teed off, so that's going to be good. So you have some visual cues on oil pressure now. What else? Order the clutch. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have it for a couple days. Apparently, I bought the last, 100 of them in Louisville, or at least that's what they tell me. It's also, past ordering hours to a certain extent. But anyway, should have that Monday, and slap this thing in the car. Hopefully that's going to be the next scene with everything together, dressed nicely, and, gingerly placing it into the vehicle to run it in there. After that, I got to dump the oil. First dump the oil, then we got to break into this engine. So stay tuned for hopefully next scene of putting this thing in the car. Unless I feel like rambling to you guys again, or I find a development. Anything is possible, I guess. All right, guys. It's been a couple days for me, pretty, hopefully next scene for you. I don't know if I've rambled in between or not. I can't remember. I haven't edited this yet. But anyways, engine is built out. Let me give you a little grand tour, if you will, of said engine crib. Like I said, she's a 1600 dual port now instead of the single. Fully dressed out fuel pump, distributor. We still obviously have to get that in time. It's just stabbed in there. The wires, I have a brand new carb for this. I got to shove on before I go, throwing it into the thing. I did get the clutch. Double checked. Valves are in adjustment. Brand new clutch on the backside. Another one. And we have another brand new throwout in there, if you can see. So this engine's fully dressed and checked. Getting ready to shove it in now, I guess. I just got to throw the carburetor on. So Let me grab that sitting in the back of my truck. Grab that and yeah, get this thing ready to go boom, in. So then I think what we're going to do is just get it in, make sure it runs, number one, obviously, and break it in. Obviously, we got to put the exhaust and whatnot on, but yeah, let me get a Karmann, get staged up, and yeah, get this thing in. All right, guys, engine's dressed, car's in the air. Let's get this thing in. Remove before I forget. Put that in with the other 1,000 of them I have. Everything's good. Hopefully we can just scooch this thing in. Good enough. Let's go down. What? That's a terrible place for you, Jack. Roar. All right, that should be good. Let's go up. We're up. Perfect. Keep this test stand around because I'm going to use oil pressure gauge on it for braking. I'm going to get this top 17 on. All right, that's tight. Good. Whew. Out of frame. Hi, hello. Warm again. Anywho, the top bolt's in. Run this thing in the air. We can get the two bottom 17s in and hook up other things. Come on. 2. One, 2. Let's ratchet these. And that clutch feels engaged. I think I gotta run a new clutch line. I was hoping the new stuff would help it. It feels like there's pressure still on it, so I gotta run another clutch cable, which I do have. This gearbox is the later style, which is a, when they switch, 72? 71? I don't know, with the newer style throwout bearing. So, I don't know if the clutch cable, I'm almost, not gonna say certain, but I'm pretty sure the clutch cable they used was for 68 through whatever year, before they did the, switch over because the other ones are different. So we'll find out what they put in there. Or they could have used the shorter one. I think the later year's shorter. I don't know. Hold, please. Science. Let's see. 74 on is 268 and 64. Right, not get a 72 to whatever, or I don't know. Anyway, I got a 262 and a 268. So 8 mil of difference. Might have to put this one in, the 74 on one, because I don't have enough cable. I'm running out. Anywho, let me button this up, and then you'll join me, I guess, up top or something, because I mean, it's really just the reversal of something I've already done already. But we're gonna connect everything under here. I'm not worried about the clutch right now. Just I need to get this engine broke in. I'm running late as far as my timelines go. So, we'll get it broken and worry about it driving in next. But I get it back, like I said, button up, and I'll be right back. Well, we're not under the car yet. I figured I'd show you this. Let I'm also pulling the sump plate and screen to make sure, there's no like, 10 millimeters of ball bearings left in here. Because yes, it is a fresh engine, but I don't want to assume that something, might not have been, say, left behind. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to break another, engine. So, a few extra seconds goes a long way, guys. There we go. There's some globs of stuff on here. I'll show you. Oh, excuse me. Nothing major. Focus. Focus more. Focus better. Focus like you care. Anyhow, can't see it, but there's globs. It's assembly grease. It's fine. But I will let this thing finish completely draining. Hose this thing out. And yeah, then you'll join me up top. I got the crap out of my finger, by the way. Freaking knocked it into something. It was not good. It definitely was not good. Bled like crazy. You ever have a paper cut? And they just don't stop bleeding? Yeah, that's kind of how that was. But we fixed it the correct way. Making it clean. Anyway, join me up top in a minute. Or next scene. Next scene. Anywho's, what we're doing is, wrapping up the installation of this thing. Pretty much it's minor odds and ends. Get the charging system going. Put the belt on. Connect the wiring for this thing. I do have to extend the wire for the points. And now run a, and now run a wire to the thing, carburetor, so the choke's active and so on and so forth. So nothing major. And I stretched that. Awesome. Give it the clamps. There we go. All right, that's on. Whoop. Tuck that back there. Let me get some green wire for the points because they don't reach anymore. Throttle thing. I have a new one. Come on. In. In betters. In better in the direction I need you to. I see a mosquito. I don't like it. His finger. Come on. Come on. You know you want it. You're right there. Go in. Go in, please. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, jiggle. Are you just not wanting to cooperate, I'm assuming? You're almost in. Come on. What are you doing? Why? Why? There it is. What was that about? Weird. Like I say this all the time, make sure you're off the choke when you set these things. Because if you're on the choke, you're going to have more throttle than you're anticipating when it comes off of it. Boink. Yes, I'll go back and tighten that up. But coil wire. Gently hide that. I need 12 volt from the coil to the carb and the points. So give me a minute, let me make some you know, wirings, and then I'll get back with you and show you the aftermath, I guess. Should be fairly easy. All right, guys, everything's buttoned up. We got oil in the case. Should be good. Right now, I got my test light hooked up and gonna static time distributor. Key on, no power. Disconnected, disconnected. I thought. All right, power on. Right about there, she should hopefully just light off. Both lights are on, that's good. Let me get a little, let me move you back some. Let me get a little tension on that distributor so she don't walk. Because I'm sure I'm gonna adjust it anyway on the fly. But I don't want it to, you know, rotate any more than it is, or it will. All right. A little bit of a snug. I just got the cheapest oil I can find in here. I'm probably gonna block most of you guys out. That's fine. This is costing me money, not you time. All right, I'm just gonna hook up my gauges, or oil pressure itself gauge. So I read that. Both greens were on. This thing's probably gonna take a little bit of cranking, which is fine, because it'll give it time to build oil pressure before it lights off. If it lights off. Hopefully it lights off. Everything is on. Moment of truth, guys. Oh. Contact. Well, she's coming. Oh, let me check timing. Can't be that far off. It's hitting like it's, well, time's off. Maybe I timed it too far back. Let's go there. Try this again. Yep. If you pick up that noise, it's the pulley hitting. I'm gonna dial it down just a little bit, but just let her chooch right now. I'm breaking in the cam. Check the camera. What are we at? 11 minutes. All right, we're gonna let it do it. It's running good right now. Gonna let it cool down, refire it. Basically, I do thermal cycles, so it's sounding happy right now. But let me get it cool down and a refire time. I break in cams differently. It has been a long night, but anyway, first thermal cycles worked well, I would say. Anyway, ran for 15 minutes. It's been cooling for at least an hour and a half. I was talking actually to the engine builder. Gave him a little scare because he saw my number come across. But anywho, we'll do the second fire right now. Everything, like I said, everything's working good. Forgot to hook up the ground, so I didn't know what cold fire was. But warm, it's running, 30 to 25, 30 psi. So let's twist her off and see what happens. Round 2. $55.60. Running 55.60, so I had a lower idle. I'm gonna let her idle like this for another 15 minutes. Anticlimactic, but she kicks off and she runs. No weird squeaks, no weird rattles. I fixed that, concerning sound. Background words. Background noise is real. Anyways, bored, so if you like watching paint, dry, I don't. I'm gonna be doing this for the next 15 minutes. Sounds like a plan, but everything's checking out well. I'll check on you probably tomorrow because she's getting a little late for probably a wrap-up. All right, guys. It was loud, it's obnoxious, it's annoying, but that's what it is. And I've also been drinking a bit, so watching paint dry. Anywho, second braking period, good. 15, held 40 on high rev, fired off. Still hot, obviously. I don't want to touch it because, fingies. But, hot start. Boop, on money. Nice and smooth, stuffed seating. $20 psi hot on idle. You hear she's a little choppy, a little smoky, give or take if it's picking up. It's a little choppy. I still got to tune in the carb. I got it too. What are you guys looking at? It's not me. Still got to tune in the carb, tune in timing. Everything's good enough for braking. No weird shakes, rattles, blow-ups, or anything like that. So. I guess next scene is probably just dialing this thing in and a sign off because we still got a bit of work to do. Got to get the heat working and, throw in an oil pressure gauge. The analog version. Still bleeding. Don't know why. Anywho's, join me to whatever I ramble on to next. But engine broke in. At least cam broke in. Got to dump the oil and all that other stuff. So anyway, wait till whatever I ramble on next. All right, guys, it's the next day. Engine is broken after what it took me about 3+ hours, between thermocycling and running and so on and so forth. So the engine is broken. I'm going to cap this episode because point of this one was get the old one out, get the new one in, get it running, hear it run, and break it in. Next episode, if you guys are still interested, next episode we're going to get the heat working because I got carpet stuff coming, so we'll get the heat working. What else? Button up the engine compartment. I still got the forward windage tray or heat shield tin thing got to put on. Nothing major. Clean up some of the wiring because I'm not really happy with it the way it is. What else? And address that clutch because try to minimize the lift point because it's basically, I'm used to driving garbage, so it is what it is. Catches all the way at the top. I might have made a comment in my original drive video, not sure. But we'll get it more to the floor. So I got cables, so on and so forth. I don't know what I'm doing either. But yeah, guess I'll cap this episode. The engine's broken. It starts, it runs, it sounds good. Still got to fully go through it, carb-wise and timing. I guesstimated it to a certain extent, but it is almost spot on as far as it's where this engine's happy. But yeah, with that said, if you like this episode, whatever it's coming out to be or whatever it was, Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. If you do, promise you, we will chit chat. As always, thanks for watching, and hope to see you on the next one. Should be fun for you.